Hi folks, this is Karim Rao from IT Visualizer channel. You will continue our lab, the matrix labs, the video number 111. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have started a new topic concerning how we can troubleshoot Windows operating system and application freeze. This is part 2. In part 1, we have discussed first asked AI tools what are the general causes of Windows operating system and application freeze. We have seen different AI answers from Gemini Pro 2, from Grok, from Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So all of them has a different answer with different areas to discover. So today we will continue this topic, and actually we are working from Mr. Lo van der Poel PDF or presentations that was introduced in his video for Windows freeze troubleshooting. He has two parts or two videos concerning this topic. This will be my reference, and his PDFs will be also my reference. So the last time I was asking AI tools to explain this topic, and I have an idea. I asked all of them if they can create a script to solve Windows operating system and application freeze problems. So I asked the three I tools, and then I asked after that, or I took all of the three scripts and asked ChatGPT O3 Mini High to correct and enhance the scripts, because I think ChatGPT O3 has high capabilities for coding, and actually also you can use Claude 3.5 Sonos, which have also high capability of coding. Anyway, so I asked it this description, or give it this description, to create a Windows freeze diagnostic script report. So let's read what is this description, and when I give it to the AI tools, it created these scripts. The Windows Freeze Diagnostic Script is a comprehensive PowerShell tool designed to diagnose and troubleshooting Windows operating system freeze and application hang. It performs a multiple layered analysis of your system by examining multiple data sources to identify patterns and root causes of system instability. I asked it to go to event logs. This is the first thing. If we can see here, event logs scans event logs for specific event IDs related to system crashes, application hangs, driver issues, memory problems, and disk errors. Then I asked it to go to the reliability monitor, which is one of the tools I think we will discuss in advance. This is a tool that is built in Windows that uh, contains some matrices and history about the stability of your system. So we will check the event logs and the reliability monitor for stability of the system. Okay. Uh, to extract system stability matrix, crash history, and application failure patterns. And we have another thing called Windows error reports. This is a tool that also built in Windows to record crashes of applications. So here I'm asking it to uh, go to different sources of data to read them and analyze them and see our Windows situation. Okay, examines WER files in both user and system locations to identify frequent crashes, blue screens, and hardware related issues. And another thing, we have CBS. We all know this log contains operation related to uh, operating system important files, like updating, removing, or creating system files, and actually SFC writes to this log. So we need to go and see if there is any errors concerning our system files. This also is something that points to the freeze issue we have. Phrases CBS logs, okay, located in this location to detect Windows component corruption, failed update, and system file issues. And you have also the DISM logs also, which is another clue about uh, what our system situation is. Analyze DISM logs to identify Windows image corruption and failed servicing operations. So here the capabilities of the script: system hang patterns and frequency. So I ask him to analyze all of this data and give us patterns. Okay, and see what is the situation. Okay, problematic applications, frequent crashes, drive conflicts issues. So this script will identify system hang patterns and frequencies, problematic application, driver conflicts, memory related problems, disk errors and corruption, Windows component store corruption, Windows image integrity issues, failed Windows updates, hardware related failures, system stability trends over time. Actually, failed Windows updates can cause a freeze. If there is a certain Windows update that causes a freeze, we all know that some of Microsoft updates can lead to this situation. So these are the capabilities of the script: automated redemption actions. Based on this finding, the script can automatically perform these actions. This is all a description for the Windows Freeze PowerShell diagnostic script. Okay, so based on the finding, script can automatically perform this action: run SFC, execute DESM, health and repairs, clean up component store corruption, reset problematic applications, clear system cache, optimize system performance, verify hardware health. Okay, so these are all the automated action. Output and reporting. We need, after all of this, to have a general report. The script generates detailed log file, a comprehensive text log with timestamped diagnostic steps and finding, interactive HTML report, a visually rich HTML report with system stability, gadgets and matrices, color-coded issues severity indicators, interactive charts showing error patterns, component issue cards for visualization, detailed recommendations for resolving issues, technical implementation highlights. Let's see here: efficient large log file processing using .NET Stream Reader for minimal memory impact, smart pattern recognition to identify related issues across multiple data sources, advanced timestamp filtering to focus on recent events, cross-referencing data from multiple sources to validate findings, dynamic recommendation generation based on detected issues, SFC based visualization for data presentation in HTML report, comprehensive error trapping to ensure script resilience. This script serves as one-stop diagnostic solution for troubleshooting Windows Freeze, providing both system administrations and users with actionable insights and remediation steps to resolve system stability issues. So, after a long thought, I provided him with the sources he need to fetch and see if there is any errors concerning the freeze, and then he will take some actions concerning this, and at the end he will provide with details report concerning that. So as we can see here, this is the script provided by chat GPT. If I took it like that, or let me see, because I asked it to enhance it more. So this is the script, okay, that was generated, okay, and as we can see here, this is a long one. Okay, how it works: data analysis, diagnostic capabilities, automated redemption. If enabled, the script will run SFC scan now and DESM health check. Okay, so I asked him, can you add to the data source to check dumps and mini dumps system crash for freeze, and what is your opinion about that? I think here was a problem because dumps and mini dumps are not actually read, or cannot be read with normal tools in Windows or by PowerShell. We need to have specific programs to read them, but actually they are the source. Here he will add them, but he will give me a count. If there is any dumps, he will tell me that there is certain dumps, he need to analyze them. So I added this as a data source, okay, and here he added them. Incorporating dump and mini dumps is a very useful enhancement. These files capture a snapshot of system memory at the time of the crash or freeze, offering valuable insights into the root causes, especially for issues related to driver conflicts or deep system errors. While a thorough analysis of these files often requires specialized tools, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, having the script at least count and log their presence can serve an early. So this what will script will do. It will not analyze the dump files, but it will give us a count. If there is present some of these, we need to go and check them with WinDebug tool. We will discuss this later. So here is the script after adding. So here, as we see here, we will have the script after the modification, okay, as we can see, it has added another source file, and at the end, uh, here I ask you, do you have any suggestions about other data sources we can use as a source for freeze and crash of Windows applications? Here he's saying we have several additional data sources you can consider integrating to enhance your diagnostic coverage for Windows application freeze and crash. We have performance counters and resource monitor logs for CPU, memory, and whatsoever, all of this data. Event tracing for Windows and Windows Performance Recorder. These are I think two tools, or I think this is one of the tools like Event Viewer and Windows Performance Recorder. ETU allows you to capture detailed trace events for both OS and application. Using WPR can help you capture timelines of events leading up to the freeze. If you have data generated from these two, the script can benefit from these reports. And we have the performance monitor logs and resource monitor logs. These are also two tools built in Windows. Okay, driver and OEM specific logs. Many hardware components and drivers generate their own logs. Integrating them, for example, logs from GPU drivers or storage controllers, can reveal issues that standard Windows logs might not capture. Maybe, for example, logs for NVIDIA uh, graphic card. Actually, I have a NVIDIA graphic card on my laptop. Let's see if it have certain logs just to make sure uh, it has. Well, let's go to Perplexity, because actually this will be a good point. Perplexity AI. So let's go and ask it a deep search. Actually, I will do a deep search to see the most common hardware or application logs. So let's ask it a certain question. Uh, uh, each hardware component installed installed and have a driver verified by Windows, have certain log locations, like for example NVIDIA graphic card. Give me the most common log locations for different hardware and software installed on Windows. Arrange in a table. Let's see if we can have some of the locations we can trace problems concerning something like NVIDIA card. Actually, if your graphic card is not working properly, it can lead to a hang or a crash. So let's see uh, what this prompt will lead us to. And actually, I can go to Grok and do the same. We have deep search and do the same here and do this one. And here we have the same uh, for Gemini Pro. And actually, let's see. Let's see what will be the answer here. So here this is conversation with Grok. He is still searching. So as we can see here, let me show you the uh, answer of Gemini. He said that common locations for various hardware and software components arranged in a table. Want to understand a few keys about diving into the table. Variability: log location can vary depending on specific manufacturer, driver version, software version, and even Windows version. The paths below are the common and default locations, but there are no absolute guarantee. Event viewer: the event viewer is a centralized logging system. It's often the first place to look for errors. Okay. Many hardware and software components log there. I will include how to access relevant resources in Event Viewer, administrative privileges, text file versus event logs. Some logs are plain text, and some are like the Event Viewer, uh, specific application specific logs. Many application specifically complex ones like web servers, database, and games have their own dedicated log directories, often within the application installer folder or the user's app data folder. Here is these are highly specific to the application. Let's see some of the logs here. For example, we have general for the Windows. We have the event viewer. You can see Windows log system, Windows log application. So this is normal. Let me try to see if we can go like this. So these are the logs or some logs if we try to go like this one. So we can see, for example, this is for uh, for example, this is a location system root Panther, usually Panther. These three are logs related to Windows installation, updates, and driver installation. Okay, this is particularly useful for driver installation troubleshooting. This relates to deployment, images, servicing. So these are related to installation of drivers. Okay, event viewer. We can see under logs, NVIDIA or system. He's saying that application and services logs NVIDIA or system for errors. NVIDIA often has its own logging directory. Checking both event viewer and this folder, look for like nv.log. So you can see the logs in the event viewer or in the NVIDIA Corporation folder logging. So we have AMD also have the same. It can log. AMD logging locations can vary, looking for folders related to the Catalyst or Radeon software. So you can see here is the location of the Radeon graphic card. All of these are sources we can use to check for freezing problems. Okay. This is also this, as we can see here, this is the location of the logs. Okay, it is in the installation folder mostly. This is AMD installation folder. This is related to the user and this is related to the system. This is for NVIDIA, this is for Intel. We can see again some sound cards. Check for driver specific folders, check device manager. Sorry. Specific folders, check device manager for the driver provider. Sound cards logs are often integrated into system logs. If you have specific hardware like Realtek HD Audio Manager, it might also have its logs. This is very generic. We have here another network adapter events are usually well integrated into Event Viewer. Here we can get it from System Application Service, Microsoft Windows, Network Profile, LWAN configuration. So it is giving us a lot of logs we can see. These are maybe some we can use for the freezing issue. For maybe some of these things can lead to some errors concerning a freeze. Now we can see event viewer system, check for disk related errors like something like system. We have disk or NTFS sources. Smart data self-monitoring analysis and reported technique is often logged there, indicating potential drive failure. Event viewer, we can see USB connection, disconnection events and driver installation are logged here. So this is concerning, again, can sometimes a USB device can lead to a hang issue. We can see here, this is check this location for installation issues. We can see the event viewer in system or this location. Okay, we have two. And we have printer specific events. We can go to application service logs, Microsoft Windows print service. Okay, maybe maybe the spooler, the printer spooler can lead to a freeze. Maybe Chrome, we have a couple of locations for the Chrome. We can see here Firefox. We can see also here the location. We can see, for example, this is telemetry data, or this is some of the data collected by Microsoft. Office application have telemetry and error logging. The event viewer section is particularly useful for crash reports. So we can see here some data in the event viewer and some data concerning in the telemetry. We can see, for example, this is the location of some logs. Okay, this is telemetry logs. Let's see if we can copy it and see if it is there or not. So maybe a hang or Excel hang can lead to something like that. We can see that this is not there. So we can see here, this is it, and we can see if there is any telemetry. There is no telemetry. There is no telemetry data. So this seems to be version number may vary. So I think here we can search for log files, something. Maybe you can go to the folder and check it. If we go to the office, let's go there and open the folder, and then I think we can search for logs here. Okay, we can see here, for example, maybe there is logs or something here. No, he says there is something called telemetry, so we cannot see telemetry data. Anyway, this I think also related to the office version. Maybe it's different. Anyway, so this is also thing we can use. Antivirus programs. If we go further, let me go to the antivirus programs. We can go further here. So we have the antivirus programs like Windows Defender. We can get it from the event viewer. The firewall, it's not related to freezing, but an antivirus can lead also to a freeze situation where it's, for example, catching or preventing a system file from working. Maybe this can lead to a freeze. And again, we can see this location. I think this is for the web server. If you have a web server, these are the logs for the web server. Maybe a crash or a freeze on a web server. We have SQL. This is for the errors for the SQL database. And finally, application, you can go there and see if there is anything related to crash. In the event viewer, you can check the application section. So these are all logs we can use if we need. If we go to Grok and see, actually, let me see what are the generated data. So let's go again further here. Let me see the answers. So we have key points and hardware locations. We can see here, for example, general hardware drivers, Windows lock system, okay, graphic cards, Windows lock system, vendor specific logs. He didn't type the location. Sound cards, we can see these logs, network adapters, hardware drivers. So I think again this is not a good answer. We can see printers, we can go there and see USB devices. All of these are event viewer. Okay, software like Chrome, we can see here is the location of the Chrome logs. Office suite, we can see some locations here like this one. Temp for setup logs, antivirus, or again from the Windows Defender. Media player VLC, for example, if the problem is with crash of the application, we can go and see, for example, these logs for VLC. I have already this program installed on my laptop. If you go there and see the, so it is not there. Let me see if I have something like this. There is no, okay, because program data, I think it is hidden. Let me first try to reveal it. If I go there and open this PC and open this one, we have program data. We don't have VLC here. Okay, so it is not there. Actually, again, a wrong answer. I think it is in maybe program files, and then we have VLC maybe here. Let me see. Okay, video LAN. Okay, this is it, and we have VLC. Maybe here, I don't think we have here any logs. Maybe HFC plugin skins. So again, not a correct answer. So if we continue with the answer here, here this is saying this is not a correct one. System utilities, okay. So again, the answer is not that good from my point of view. If we go to, we have seen this, we didn't see Perplexity, okay, so we have seen Grok and we have seen we have seen Gemini. Let's see Perplexity and the answer here. If we go and see the answer, so let's see if we have a table. So here we can see, for example, NVIDIA graphic cards. We can see here is consolidated log location reference, display configuration errors. This is it. Okay, we can see generic drivers, driver installation or device detection. These are the logs. Unassigned drivers, list of verified drivers. Here it is. Unassigned list of unverified drivers. System events. Okay, this is the location of the event viewer files. Security audits. Okay, this is the system. All these are event viewer. Windows setup logs. Okay. Taboo server, this is a program I think used in some accounting things. We can see here this is the location of background process logs, application crash, third-party software. Okay, so I think this is a very generic answer again. So I think we cannot grasp everything here, but actually it is an answer. Okay, let me go and continue with so this is how we can get different logs or check different application specific logs. Okay, Windows memory diagnostic and boot logs. If freezes occurring during startup or involve memory issues, analyzing boot logs or memory diagnostic logs can be very helpful. So there is boot logs. I think, I don't know if he can get it from event viewer or something. So anyway, I asked it to add these sources, modify the script to fetch for any of these data sources if available, and incorporate with the other sources and give me that, and give at the end, give insights. Okay, so let's see here. We have added to the sources all of these files. Okay, and the script is getting longer. Okay, and here is the script. Okay, this is also a way that we can use to analyze different freeze situations. Okay, so this is the script. Actually, it needs to be tested. Okay, but here is a way that you can create scripts for certain situations. So as we can see here, overview of enhancement, performance counters, ETU logs, smart data, boot logs. Inside generation, we will have a report gather observations from data sources to produce actionable insights. For example, if high CPU is detected or smart data indicate issues, these are flags that inside section on HTML. Okay, so we have a report, simulate the output. Here is the simulation of the output for the script. Script started analyzing event logs, found 15 events with ID 41. This is crash. Found 12 events in ID 1000 in application. Analyzed reliability monitor data. Found 8 reliability monitor events. Analyzing Windows error reports. Found 3 WER files in report archive. Analyzing CBS logs. Found 10 potential issues in CBS logs. Analyzing DISM. 5 potential issues in DISM, analyzing dump files. We have 2 dump files and the full memory dump with this size, calculating performance counters, CPU usage 65%, available memory 24. So when you have a situation of a freeze, you can run this program or run this script, okay? And we have available memory, so and so, disk queue, analyzing ETU logs, found 7 ETU logs in so perf mongs admin, analyzing smart data for disk, all disk reports status okay, analyzing boot logs, found 0 errors lines in boot log, generating insights based on collected data, script completed. As here we can see, this is the interactive, or this is the HTML file. We have system event log, we have event 4115 occurrence, application log, we have 12 occurrence, reliability monitor 8 stability events, WER 3 crash reports, CBS 10 potential issue detected, DISM log 5 potential issues detected, dump files, we have 2 dump files, we have a full memory dump, we have performance counters, ATU 7 logs found, disk okay, error okay, insights, system, application. So this is a sample of the HTML file provided by the script. The high numbers of events and so on, so just occurring issues that should be reviewed further. Reliability monitors, several stability issues have been logged, indicating intermittent freezes might be affecting overall performance. Crash data, the presence of both mini dumps and full dump signals that some crashes are severe. These dumps should be analyzed using tools like Windows Debug, component health, CBS, and DISM logs show potential corruption, so performance counters, ETU logs, boot log. Final note. Overall, while these some recurring events and potential Windows component integrity issues, the system appears to be running moderately with expected parameters. Further targeted analysis is recommended for the events and apps to pinpoint root causes. Anyway, I didn't find this report to be good. So at the end, we have C Windows freeze completed. This is after the script finishes. Okay, so the simulation represents a comprehensive diagnostic output. Okay, data from multiple sources. Here asking the report is missing when and where and who the freeze or crash happened. Okay, I didn't know what crashed. He is giving us data, or he is giving us output. Okay, but I didn't know what is the cause. Okay, so I asked him to give me who is the cause of the crash. Okay, let's see again. Uh, Here he is getting or he is modifying the output, not the script, so we can go further. And I asked him to do something at the end. Here he's giving us the situation. So this is a script I have used or used to or when I ask AI tools to generate something to uh, help to a situation where we have Windows freeze problem. So you can take the prompt, the first prompt that I have used here, and put it in every AI tool to generate a report to help you solve situation concerning the freeze or Windows freeze or application. Okay, so let's go further with Mr. Lo van der Pol slides. So here we can see, we will return to the slide here. We need to identify if the problem is a physical server, PC, tablet or laptop if it is a virtual server, because maybe the hang is related to the hypervisor itself. Okay, so identify the problem. What operation was being performed when the freeze occurred? When you shut down, when you boot up, when I run a problem, when I perform a certain action. Very, very good steps. The freeze happened when I shut down. Sometimes the freeze happens when you shut down or during the shutdown process. When you boot up, when you open the PC and boot it up, when I run a certain program, or when I perform a certain action. These are all uh, uh, something good. I think we can take this. What operations was being uh, performed when the freeze occurred? Okay, so I think okay, I think this is very, very logical steps. We don't need to ask AI tools concerning it. Identify the problem. How often does the errors occur? Every time I boot up at 7 p.m. each day when I launch this application, when I open a graphic, maybe. Identify the problem. On how many computers does this occur? 10 computers, one laptop or server, all our business computers. Troubleshoot the freeze issues. Is the computer running in a frozen state, or a computer is no longer frozen? So we can see it is currently frozen, or you are out of the freeze. So the freeze happens and then you can continue working, or it is for a certain amount of time. So these are also two important notes. Computer that's still running in a frozen state. Many ways to check or to attack the problem. First of all, try accessing the frozen computer. So the first thing you need to do when you have a computer in a frozen state, try to access it remotely using remote desktop, and again you can try to ping it. So if you ping the computer and it is responding, then you can deal with it, or the frozen state maybe in a program, okay, not with the operating system. But if you try to ping and it's not responding and you are sure it is online, then there is a problem with the system, or it's a freezing situation, or a freeze Windows operating system situation. Try accessing the frozen computer. We have remote desktop and Certix. Even there is some tools like HP ILO, Dell DRAC, and IBM. These are all tools you can use to access remotely the servers other than the remote desktop. So we can use remote desktop for workstations, you can use ILO for HP servers, Dell, IBM. So if you successfully can access the operating system using these tools, then we have some situation not related to the system, something, an application is frozen on the system or something. Okay, so try accessing the frozen computer, ping the computer. And another thing, you can try to access the admin share folders. There is certain folders that are shared by default on any computer that is joining the domain or join the domain, or even in a work group. These admin shares specifically, or they are related to the partitions. So by the admin share, you can access all of the partitions. So all of your partitions are secretly shared and secure. So for example, if I need to access the C partition on one of my computers, or one of the workstations in domain, I can access it using the admin share. So for example, I can go there and then type the computer name, blah blah blah, and then you can type C, and then can type $sign. By this, I can access the partition C on the computer, but I need to use the domain admin account so I can make this process, or I can implement this process. So this is a good way. Also, if you are, or if you can access the hidden partitions on you, and or on the remote PC, or the PC that has the frozen state, then this is another indicator that the system is not frozen. Maybe there is an application that is frozen. Again, let me show you where this admin share also resides. So if we go there and right click, let me go to right click and computer or disk management. I think maybe this is in the computer management. So if you go to the shared, here we can see shares. Now, for example, this is all my shares, and we have something called the admin share. Here it is. This is the admin share. Okay, so I think we can do there like this and put like this. If I go and put admin $, let me see if this will work. So I think I need to put the name of the PC. So this is something you need to put it and put the PC and then put admin share. This is how you can access everything. Okay, you can access Windows. Okay, so we can see there is 3 shares. You can admin share, it is the C Windows. So you can type the name of the PC, then admin $, this will get you to the C Windows folder. And if you type the PC name and then C $, it will go to the C partition or D partition or any partition you have. You put the $, before it, and before that you put the PC name, then you can access all of the data on the workstation. So this is another indicator that you can access the PC. So if you can ping it, you can remote access it, you can go to the hidden shares or the admin shares, then the system is still intact, or system is still not frozen, or at least the frozen state is ended, or the cause of the frozen state was an application. Okay, so we can go and continue with the slides. Okay, try access the frozen computer. So for example, if you make Control Alt Delete, will the task manager appear? Sometimes if you do this, still you cannot get any response. So that means that the system is frozen. Okay, but if you make Control Alt Delete, then another indicator that your system is still working. Okay, then another type, you can access the computers using a lot of different tools. We have seen that we can access it using remote desktop. You can access it using tools like HP tools or IBM tools or Dell tools. You can access it using, or you can ping the PC. You can access the admin shares. A lot of things. Actually, you can use the computer management console to access remote computers, the server manager on the server manager, and WinIM or Windows management instrument console. All of these are consoles you can use to access remote PCs. Okay, or access the remote PCs. Not only remote desktop is the way. So let me show you, for example, how you can do that. For example, if you go to the computer management, right click and computer management, you can simply go there and tell him connect to another computer. If you can do that, then also the PC is not in a frozen state. So this is another indicator. So you can do this from the computer management console. This is a good way, and actually from it you can see, if you connect to the computer, you can get a lot of data. You can get the device manager, you can get the disk management, you can get the local users, you can get the performance monitor, or you can collect data concerning this remote PC performance data. You can issue counters or performance counters, and you can solve problems using this utility. So this is a good way, and you can see shared folders also at this remote computer. Even you can check the event viewer for the remote computer, so you can analyze more the freezing state. You can go to the event viewer and check the events for the freezing state if it is not related to the operating system, maybe an application freeze. So this is one way. You can use the server manager. We all know this. You can use the server manager. Again, there is a way that you can tell the server manager. Through it, you can add other servers to the server management or the server manager console, and you can access servers with the same way that we have done in the computer management console. And this is another tool called WinIM. Let me show you again this utility. You can copy it and then run and put like that. Just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here, this is one of the way that you can check if a PC is frozen or not using WMI console or control. This is like some commands that query the operating system for info, for example, like how much processor you have, how much RAM you have. This is called Windows management instrumentation. This is a way like ping, but through issuing some commands to get data from the PC. So this is a way that you can know if the PC is frozen or not. So let's continue with the other uh, slides. If you can go there, and let's try to do that. It's like select. Okay, so once here once you have access, let's begin investigation the problem. So let's stop at this and ask the AI tools a simple question. If we go there and ask the different AI tools, if we can, like this one, go to Grok, and what are the ways that we can verify if a remote system, Windows system, is frozen or not. If we go like this and try to see if each one will give us a different answer. Now here you go. Then we will go to Gemini and ask it the same question. Okay, here you go. And then ask Grok. Here you ask Grok, and let's ask ChatGPT the same question. Here you go. And here you go. And then we can ask again Claude 3.5 Sonnet this question, and let's see using extended or thinking, let's see what will be the answer. So here also let's check with Perplexity the same question. Here you go, and let's type, or we can make reasoning with DeepSeek, for example. Let's see how this will go, and let's see each one of them. Okay, if we go further, let's see here what are the approach. So here we can see the first one is the ping. You need to ping the PC if the system is reachable over the network using the ping command. Ping alone isn't enough, as a frozen system might still respond. Remote command execution. Attempt to run a command on the remote system test is responsive. If the system can process remote commands, it's likely not frozen. Failure, while still ping, may suggest a freeze. Failure, while still ping, may suggest a freeze. So if we can run remote commands on the suspected PC, enable PS remoting as admin, and then run this command, invoke command, computer name, remote source, script, block, get process. So I think this, he is issuing a command through PowerShell to get the processes running on the suspected PC. Process list, the return system is responsive. Error or timeout, system might be frozen, or Windows remote management is not working. So this is another way. It was not said by Mr. Lo van der Poel. And then we have psexec. Download psexec from sysinternals and try to, this is one of the tools we will discuss later, something for psexec. We will run this to connect remotely to a PC and try to run commands. So here we'll try to run cmd echo or something through the command prompt remotely on the remote host. So if system is responsive, it will reply. Failure might be frozen, or SMB is blocked, or share or file share is closed, so we cannot use PSX tool. Test these tools when the system is normal to confirm they work. Failures could also stem from firewalls or misconfiguration. So this is another way. You need to make sure that the firewalls are allowing this kind of connections. psexec, in PowerShell remoting, so that we ping, even though you need to make sure that the ping is not blocked by the firewall. So this is a couple of things. We have check recent event logs. We can see here retrieve system event logs to see if the system is actively logging. Recent logs uh, from the last few minutes indicate the system is functioning, while no recent logs might suggest a freeze. In PowerShell, write so and so. So also you are getting the event log remotely, okay, from the PowerShell. Okay, so this is a good thing. Recent events, example, within 5 minutes, system is like not frozen. No recent events or commands fails, system might be frozen or services are unresponsive. Limitation requires Windows Remote Management, so you need to have this service running. So let me show you here. If we go to the services, here let's go to the services. You need to have, here you go, have Windows Remote Management. Where is the Windows Remote Management or Windows? Here you go. This is Windows Management Instrument and Windows Remote. I think there is another one, Windows Remote. Let's go further, I think down. We have Windows, where is the R? Windows Remote Management. You need to have it running. So we need to have these two running. Another question at the end, I will ask it how we can test if the WinRM is enabled on the remote machine. We need to make something like this. Okay, remote desktop, the normal one we all know, open remote desktop. This is the one, we have seen this before. Remote, you have remote desktop, this is the one. Okay, to connect to the PC, if desktop loads and is interactive, system is not frozen, connection failed or unresponsive, system may be frozen. Note RDP must be enabled on the remote system beforehand. So you need to make sure again that you have something like this, that the option, let me go to the properties and go to system advanced computer. I think here from the system or remote, you need to make sure that you have allow remote connections enabled. Okay, so this is one thing. Again, let's go further. Query system information via Microsoft Management Instrument console. We have seen this console. This is the one he's talking about. So for example, retrieve system details like uptime or process list remotely. So for example, we can go and run this commandlet, okay, to get the last boot time. For example, this commandlets can be run through the PowerShell. We can run WinWC. We need to have the service Windows Instrument enabled. So we need to have the Windows Instrument. We need to have this enabled on the remote PC, and then we can through the commandlets like this, we can see if it retrieves information, then we can this is responsive. Okay, so very good. We have monitor CPU usage or matrices. We need to check system activity via monitoring tools if possible. How we can do this? Through Windows Admin Center. Another way, you have Windows Admin Center, one of the tools that you can remotely see the CPU and system matrices, Negius or Zabbix. Okay, if matrix is updating, so if you can see updated activity for the CPU and RAM, then the PC is responsive. If you don't have any data available or the matrices or the data is not updated, then it is frozen. Okay, this is number 6. Number 7, we have to test the share. If there is any share, let's see if you have any share on this PC, try to access it to see if it is accessible or not. This is related to admin shares. Assume a share exists that SMB is enabled, file and sharing is enabled. Out of band management, you need to have something like ILO. We have seen this before. Use hardware levels to check system activity like IPMI, Dell iDirect, we have seen this, and HP ILO. How to interrupt results. Ping, system is online. Failure means it's pingable. Further checks needed. Remote command, system is not frozen. Possible freeze or config issue. Event log, system is not frozen. Possible freeze or service failure. RDP, system is not frozen. Possible freeze or RDP issue. Okay, so it seems to be simple enough. So as we can see here, the answer is a little bit, I think it is good if we go and ask, or let's see uh, the answer of Gemini. We can see here that first of all he say the ping, okay, command, and then we trace route. Trace route, I don't think so. We need to have the trace route. Remote management, remote desktop, remote PowerShell. Uh, okay, we can see that remote PowerShell, remote registry. How it works? Remotely access the system registry. It's possible to verify if the key value is updating or not. Enable remote registry service. No, I think this needs remote registry service. So this is also a problem. Okay, so you can add the registry, for example. Let's see if we can tell him reg edit. Well, this is possible. We can access remote registry setting for a computer, for example. Connect network registry. I think this is it. What is connect network registry? Okay, so you can go to a computer and connect to it, connect to its registry. This is another way, but you need to make sure that the remote registry service is enabled. If we go there and see the remote registry, this should be enabled on the remote PC. Okay, so again, another way to identify that. Remote task manager. So how it works? Task manager remotely using task manager S. How we can do this? Task manager IP of the host name. So this will be done through what? Through command prompt, maybe. So this is a new way. Task manager. This is a good way. Let me see how this is also done. Let me query Copilot. Okay, so again we can continue with the answer. Uh, so we can do this task manager WMI. It is already listed. Monitoring tools like Zabbix and whatsoever. Hardware level. Okay, we have seen ILO and so indirect indicators, application specific monitoring, shared access. Start simple. Okay, I think the answer is good. Fairing so this command is administrative tools. You need to go and well, where I execute this command. So this is another answer. I think it's not that good. If we go to ChatGPT, we can see here network connectivity, ping, test, ping or test network connection. This is a ping. It's equivalent PowerShell command is test net connection. We can see RDP. RDP, yes, Windows Management Instrument, PowerShell remoting. Remote performance monitor tools like Windows Performance Monitor can connect to a remote check to check its CPU. So again, we can have, let me see this. So if I can go to performance monitor, let's see that if I go to the tools and then we have the performance monitor, can we connect to another PC? Yes, we can. So this is a good way also to see the statistics of the computer remotely. This is another thing. Event viewer. Again, you can also connect your event viewer. You can even services. You can tell him right click and connect to another computer. The same is with the event viewer. You can do the same like this and go and tell him event viewer. And you can connect to another computer. So let me show you the event viewer. So all of these are ways you can identify if the computer is working or not, like connected to another computer. So this is simple. Here how we can type the task manager, we can tell him run and put cmd and then put this command. So this is through the command prompt. So S and then put the IP or the host name. So this is a good thing, a good commandlet also that will help us identify the problem. Okay. Okay, very simple answer from my point of view, not that good. If we go to lost connection, let's refresh. So we didn't see perplexity. Again, let me see the answer of uh, Claude. We see the ping test, remote desktop connection, PowerShell remoting. Okay, this is one thing. Task manager via RDP. If already connected, check resource usage and system responsible. Event log query. You can do this remotely. WMI query, we have seen this. PA exec, file share access, service status. We can see the services remotely. We have seen this. Performance counters, TCP port setting. These methods, okay, so this seems to be a good way. Now we have, again, let me go to the answer, or let me take this this question and ask maybe R1. Let me go and see here where is the answer here. If we go there, let me wait for a moment. Here, okay, this is the one. Copy, and then let's go to perplexity and tell him our reasoning, and then let's go and tell him like that. So as we can see, a lot of things. Actually, after that, I will stop at this point. Once you have access, let's begin investigating the problem. So if we have successfully used all of the previous steps, then our system is not frozen. Maybe an application is frozen, causing the PC to appear to be frozen. So maybe an application caused the freeze, not the freeze of the Windows operating system itself. So here we can see the answer of R1. Ping, test RDP, check administrative shares. This is a good thing. Mr. Love and Paul have said it. RDP specific check set, Control Alt Delete. We connect to session, verify RDP listener status. Remote command execution using remote PowerShell or WMIC. Use PS exec, resource monitoring. We have seen this resource monitoring. Generate a system diagnostic report. Okay. Log and service analysis, to go to the event viewer and check these. Diagnostic, these are the tools, but here the freeze, simple and easy. So, and here we can see there is a video how to fix Windows Remote Desktop freezing. Anyway, this is not our case, so I think we will stop at this slide and continue in the upcoming video. Hope this video informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.